To get as strong as possible, you must have the skills to control your own body. And that's why I think the StrongFirst Bodyweight Certification is so valuable for coaches, athletes, and any lifter who wants a stronger and more resilient body. My name is Zack Henderson. I've been a trainer since 2012, and since then I've helped hundreds of people look, feel, and perform better through the magic of strength training. I've also taken the entire StrongFirst certification curriculum, which includes bodyweight and barbell tracks, and of course, 2 levels of kettlebell training. Between research and assisted instructing, I've actually taken the SFB 4 times over the years. Most recently, a couple months ago, with Master Instructor Karen Smith. The primary bodyweight exercises taught at the SFB include the one arm, one leg push-up, handstand push-up, tactical pull-up, hanging leg raise, and pistol squat. Now, if you're not familiar with StrongFirst certs, they are very hands-on. You learn by doing. They also require performance tests in order to pass. The most notorious, of course, being the 5-minute snatch test for the kettlebell certs. For the SFB, guys will do 5 tactical pull-ups, a full range of motion pistol squat, and a one arm, one leg push-up. Ladies will do a single pull-up or flexed arm hang, a full range of motion pistol squat, and a one arm push-up. Now, to state the obvious, those are some tough moves, but this is where the SFB curriculum really shines. You learn a process for how to do the seemingly impossible. The first step in that process is learning how to generate and control tension. Tension is the master skill of strength training. Now, when you're doing bodyweight calisthenics, you obviously don't have the resistance of an external weight to push against. This means you have to focus on generating tension or getting tight as an internal practice. And controlling that tension, dialing it up or down as appropriate, will unlock new levels of strength in any exercise.
What we focus on is understanding your body and building full body tension, right? So we talk about linkage of tension versus leakage of tension, right? And I think when someone starts to understand where they're plugging those holes of leakage, when they take that back to other modalities, they're going to hit PRs. You know, I tell people all the time, if you're training for the one arm push-up, don't do any other pressing, right? And Pavel says that in the manual and in his programming is, if you're trying to get this one arm push-up, focus on that. And people are always scared. They're like, oh, but I'm going to lose my military press, or I'm going to lose my bench press, or I'm going to lose all these things. But I'm just like, just trust me, right? If I can get people to trust me and do what we're doing with the one arm push-up, the carryover is so amazing that they go back to those other skills, and at the minimum, they're maintaining them, right? But most of the time they've PR'd a lift just by understanding full body tension that's required for the one arm or the one arm, one leg push-up. So then when you go back to the military press or the bench press or any of those, it's automatically stronger because you've taken your whole body into it versus just thinking about where's the bell going and what's my arm doing, right? It's about your whole body from your feet to your head. It's all connected. And that's what we teach in bodyweight. And I think that's what gives people those aha moments so quickly because we've decreased the volume, but we've increased the tension. And then we've increased all of the different cues and all of the different progressions to get people there. So it really can be for anyone, not just somebody that wants to, do a one arm push-up. It's just the progressions to get you to the one arm push-up are going to skyrocket all your other skills as well.
The next cool thing about bodyweight exercises, and specifically the moves taught at the SFB, is how they marry strength with mobility. The one arm push-up, handstand push-up, and tactical pull-up all require incredible core strength in concert with shoulder and T-spine mobility. Same goes for the hanging leg raise with an extra flexibility demand on the hamstrings and low back. And of course, the pistol squat takes your ankles, knees, and hips through their full range of motion. Not only that, the asymmetrical or single-sided nature of the one-arm push-up and pistol squat demand high levels of stability. All this to say, these exercises are inherently self-corrective. When you do them right, they automatically fill the gaps in your movement skills.
The unilateral approach to things, right? When you can do all of these moves, the pistol, the one arm push up or one arm, one leg, it exposes asymmetries, right? So for me, I feel like the more I can do unilateral work, the stronger I'm going to be in everything else I do when I go back to it. So we've got the single leg deadlift, we've got the pistols, we've got the airborne lunges. Obviously they're all in that progression category, but they can help other exercises as well. And I love that they expose asymmetries and allow you to fix them, right? Everybody's going to have some sort of asymmetry, but if you're always doing everything bilateral, you don't necessarily know where something else is causing a problem until you break it down and you look at it. So the more I do that, I feel like people become more balanced, they become more connected, and then they can go back to the other skills and they're going to automatically be stronger. So that's the thing that I love about it. Not only is it just, okay, we're doing these cool strength skills, but we're able to assess the body better and look at it on a bigger scale. And then again, go back to the piecing it back together. It's the reverse engineering the movement and finding what people need to kind of plug those holes so that they can do anything else.
And that brings us to our last point. Full range of motion, pistol squats, handstand push-ups, tactical pull-ups, leg raises, and one arm, one leg push-ups are very challenging moves for most of us. But they simply represent the final step in a series of progressions. Any one of these moves can be worked up to through mastery of dozens of progressions and assistance exercises. Your push-up can start on a wall, and your pull-up with your feet on the ground.
There's just so much to keep adding to it, and so many progressions, regressions, the way that we can look at the body. And that's how I try to teach that cert is I want you to be strong, but I want you to have the eye for all those fine little details and make sure that you can look at the person you're training and be able to point out, like, why are they struggling with that one arm push-up? Why are they not doing a pistol, right? Like, if you understand pistols, you read about them, you thought they were, something that could not happen, and then you found it and were able to do it. So by showing people that there's so much to it, it's not just, am I strong enough, right? Because some people are strong enough to get up if they can get down, but they're not mobile enough to get down. And then some of the people that are mobile enough to get down aren't strong enough to get up. So it's finding the right detail. Is it their balance, flexibility, stability, or strength? We look at someone and we're able to pull the exercise apart and find the little details that are keeping them from getting the full picture and then piece it back together. And that's what I love about our system, is that you can do that with any exercise. It's just understanding the body, looking at people from all different angles and seeing what's going on with them and what's keeping them from getting to that next level of strength or ability.
The great thing about bodyweight training is how accessible it is. No fancy equipment or long workouts needed. But you do need to be smart about your programming, both in the variations you choose and the volumes you perform. And again, this is where the SFB really shines, with pages and pages of instruction on progressions, cues, and programming ideas. If you're a coach or strength enthusiast, the StrongFirst Bodyweight Certification is one of the fastest ways to sharpen your toolbox of strength skills. And if you want help preparing for the SFB, or just want to explore this style of training deeper, be sure to check out my coaching and program options in the description below.